Hello! Today we'll be looking at how to make questions with what and who. The sentence format changes depending on whether it is a subject or object. Okay, next. Okay, now we are going to look at questions starting with who, which is a subject. Who is a subject? For example, A says, someone is very happy today. Okay. And B wants to know who that someone is. And in this sentence, someone is a subject S. See, subject S. Okay. When you want to know about the subject person who, the rest stays the same, doesn't change. So the question we get, B's question will be, who is very happy today? So someone becomes who, and the rest of the sentence is very happy today doesn't change. And we just have a question mark because it's a question. Okay, so A says, someone is very happy today. Then B asks, who is very happy today? Okay, the next sentence. A says, someone wants to see me. Someone wants to see me. So then B wants to know who that someone is. And someone is a subject. And it's a somebody, so we need someone. And the rest doesn't change. Wants to see and we have to me to you because for B it is you. So as a result we get who wants to see you? A says someone wants to see me. B says who wants to see you? The next sentence. Someone will call my son. Okay, do you want to try? Do you want to try it yourself? Yes, that's right. B asks, who will call your son? My son becomes your son. Okay, the last sentence. Someone cooked dinner for me. And B asks, what do you think? That's right. Who cooked dinner for you? Okay. Okay, we are going to look at questions with who, and it is an object in a sentence. For example, A says, my parents support someone. My parents is a subject and support is a verb. Someone is an object. And B wants to ask about who that someone is. Okay, so we need who. Who, and then, okay, someone becomes who, and we say who first, the question word first. And now let's have a look at subject verb. Look at subject first. My parents are plural, parents, S. And support is not an auxiliary verb and is present tense. So for the question, we need do, auxiliary do, and then infinitive, support, and after do, we need to have the subject, my parents, and it becomes they. Okay, as a result, we have who do they support? A says, my parents support someone. B asks, who do they support? Okay. Now A says, I called someone. I, subject, called, verb. Someone is an object. And also let's look at called. The verb is the past tense. So we have who, someone becomes who. Okay, for the past tense called, we need to have did. And then I for I, you. And then we have infinitive call. So who did you call? A says, I called someone. And B asks, who did you call? Next sentence. My sister works for someone. My sister, subject, works for someone. Someone is an object of for. Now, we have who, someone, who for someone, and we have does because works is a third person singular verb, does, and then my sister becomes she, and then infinitive work for. Who does she work for? A says, my sister works for someone, and B asks, who does she work for? The last sentence. My husband will meet someone. Do you want to try it? That's right. So we have this question. Who will he meet? Okay. When we have an auxiliary verb already, we use auxiliary verb. So my husband will meet someone. So for someone, someone becomes who, and auxiliary verb will first, and then subject, my husband becomes he, and then meet. Who will he meet? My husband will meet someone. A says, my husband will meet someone, and B says, who will he meet? Okay, now we are going to look at questions starting with what, and it is a subject of a sentence. So A says, something is in my eye. This is a subject. Something is a subject. Something is a subject. And for something we need what? Okay, so something becomes what? Okay, this is a subject, and the rest stays the same. Is in your eye stays the same. So A says, something is in my eye, and B asks, what is in your eye? Okay, next sentence. Something woke me up. Again, something is a subject. So for something we need what, and the rest stays the same. So the B's question is, what woke you up? Nothing changes. What woke you up stays the same. Something will happen tonight. Something is a subject of this sentence. So what is B's question? That's right. What will happen tonight? Okay, the last sentence. A says, something bangs every night. And B's question is, that's right. What bangs every night? Okay, what is an object? So how do we make questions with what when it is an object of a sentence? So let's have a look at A sentence. A says, I will buy something. I will buy something. Here, something is an object of buy. Okay, so we need what? So I'll give you this question first. Okay, so what is for something? You want to know what something is, so what? And then we swap these two words. Subject and verb becomes uh, subject and will auxiliary, just swap. Will becomes will you. Okay, and then buy stays the same. So A says, I will buy something. What will you buy? What will you buy? I will becomes will you, and buy stays the same. Next one. A says, he is studying something. So something. B wants to know what something is. So what becomes, something becomes what? And then this subject verb just swaps. When we have a be verb, okay, be verb is an auxiliary. We just swap with the subject. So he is becomes is he. He is studying something, and B asks, what is he studying? Okay. Okay. Next sentence, A sentence. A says, she bought something. She bought something. Something is an object of bought. Bought is not an auxiliary verb. When we have a normal verb, we need to have auxiliary verbs like do, does, or did. But bought is a past tense verb of buy. We need to have did. Okay, so something becomes what? And we need did because bought is the past tense of buy. We need to have an auxiliary did. And then subject she, and auxiliary, infinitive buy. So she bought something becomes what did she buy? Okay, and the last sentence. They carry something with them. They carry something with them. So something becomes what? And carry is not an auxiliary verb. So we need to have do or does or did. But carry is present tense and we don't have s, so we need do. So the question we get is, what do they carry with them? Something becomes what? And carry becomes do, carry, because it's present tense do, and then subject stays the same, they, and then with them. So A says, they carry something with them. And B says, what do they carry with them? Okay, so that's all for this video. I hope you can make better questions using who or what. Thanks for watching.